In the unlawful marriage case, as we saw in the cases preceding this, there has been no fair, impartial process. The hearings have gone on well beyond court hours, the hearings have gone on in undue haste, and the defense were not allowed to lead evidence. The convictions have been secured under Section 496 of the Pakistan Penal Code. As per Section 496, if a person dishonestly or fraudulently goes through with the marriage ceremony knowing that they are not lawfully married, they shall be guilty of an offence for which imprisonment may extend for up to 7 years. For an offence under this section to engage, it must be shown that there is some dishonest or fraudulent intent. In the detailed judgment, there is no evidence of any dishonesty or any fraudulent intent. There are also decisions of the superior courts which state that a nikah during the Iddat period would be irregular, but it would not be void. I also don't see how Section 496 can apply to a situation where two people believe that they were lawfully married and give evidence that they were lawfully married. There are other aspects of the judgment which are also highly problematic, including the fact that a woman's menstrual cycle was made the subject of discussion. A former husband gave evidence about his former wife's menstrual cycle. What this shows women is that the Constitution guarantees a right to dignity, the Constitution guarantees a right to privacy, and yet women can be forced into courtrooms to defend entirely private matters. The judge was shown a decision of the Shariat Appellate Bench of the Supreme Court which stated that the Iddat period may be for 39 days. The judge accepted that the Iddat period may be for 39 days, but states that this presumption can be rebutted, and in this case, one of the bases for rebutting this presumption was that the former husband gave testimony, and there was no rational basis or justification for accepting the former husband's testimony over that of the woman's. The former husband was also confronted with an inconsistent statement that he had made, in which he had stated that his former wife was a pious lady. So this was not just a case where one person's evidence was accepted over another person's evidence. This was a case where a former husband's inconsistent position was accepted over that of a woman's. The complaint in this case was also brought after over 5 years, and what this shows women is that even several years after their marriage has ended, they still have a sword hanging over their head and can be taken to court by their former husbands. In case women have chosen to get remarried, the validity of their new marriage can also be called into question. This decision has nothing to do with the law. It's a violation of the right to dignity. It's a violation of the right to privacy. The courts are the guardians and are supposed to safeguard the fundamental rights which are guaranteed under the Constitution, and this decision should be overturned at the appellate stage.